Smith was perfect, and suddenly Peter Wright's got an opportunity to make it 6 in a row and make it a 33-point lead before half-time. 6 years at the Suns, no footy last year. It's a long kick. The fans are happy. Bombers on a roll.
Turn 27. Big Ham. Long footy. Getting back there is Wright. Fair bit of angle about the kick. There it is. Right over his shoulder. And that is gun barrel straight. Go. Jones goes to the boundary line. Deep ball. Wright's got to get back and mark. So Wright to make it a 16-point lead for the Bombers. This would be difficult for the Pies. He's got it. Bombers by... Here today. Stringer told to go. And does, and that's a ripper as well. What a kick to Wright on the lead.
Back of the square, Langford tidies up and goes back to Merritt. The first entry from the Bombers deep and standing tall. 2-metre Peter.
Well, in that theory, Big Peter hasn't done it on every occasion in his career, but he has been very good over the last 3 weekends.
Kicked a couple of beauties on Anzac Day, and this one is true as well. What a start for the Bombers. Peter Wright on target.
Go back to Hind. Play on advantage. So Hind with a dash and a wobbler, and Wright got right down low.
That was really interesting then when Hind took off. There's one man in the league who I was double-checking waiting for it to come up. God, those two are quick, aren't they?
For a 2-metre Peter, he had to get really down low at his bootlaces to finish off his good work. And Wright puts his second on the board. Stewart into the goal square, and Wright had to beat a couple. So Peter Wright buries it from directly in front.
They're really set up defensively, and then the corridor or down the line opens up.
And those extra yards on the Waterman kick have put Wright into play, and he takes the mark. Essendon already lead by 39 points. Peter Wright. Peter Wright! He's at his best! He lands another big blow. Mates, I'm afraid, on that occasion, but he's going to get the ball anyway. And once again, that touch kick.
He's just handling it brilliantly.
Right, can he do what he did earlier in the game? Has he still got the energy? He's still got the leg. It's just so right. Gets around Lazaro. If you don't mind, James Stewart, he got awfully excited, and that's ends it over the line by Wright. The charge at him. But not before he kicks another goal. Peter Wright's got 3. Rolls onto the left. Peter Wright in the vicinity. Strong hands, brings it down. Umpire says, have a kick.
To try and attract a bit of attention, drag a number out, and wasn't a long lead by Hooker, but he did just enough to change things around there.
Second game back after calf issues. Squeezes it through. Bombers back in front. 4th lead change.
We're at ground level. McDonald, Tipman, Woody in there. Waterman back in there. Nice hands from Archie Perkins. Can Peter Wright get the quick reply? He's got 2. Did very, very quickly. This is much more promising. Here's Keys. Inside 50. High ball. Gave Wright far too much time. Again.
And didn't really look at the goals at all, so thought that was the percentage play. And Peter Wright, who kicked 3 goals against the Kangaroos when they met earlier this year. So Peter Wright should be very familiar with the surrounds, being a former Gold Coast Sun. And he's driven it through for the first goal for the Bombers of the afternoon. Right, looked likely, and he recovered really well when he didn't take the mark. And he puts it through for the first of the third. In the end, Hall just blasted in hope. Redman, can he set up something? He most certainly can. Peter Wright. Very brave call, Jared, on a day like today. This for his third. Wow, it was the right call. Straight through the middle, and Essendon.
Third quarter. Draper over the top. Here goes Stringer. A one-man wrecking ball. Delivers it inside 50.
and finds...
Field his place back out on the ground.
Yeah, he's been battling with it from just before half-time. Peter Wright to respond for the Bombers. Important kick late in the third term, and he guides it through.
It's all on the line now for the Bombers. Langford inside 50, Wright. Got to go back quickly and kick it. And Peter Wright just has to convert. And he does.
He can wind up, but he lost his footing. Off to Snelling. They can switch it. Durham has it. 55 out. Can chip towards the pocket. Two options there. Wright or Shield, and Peter Wright takes the grab. Makes good contact. Has he got it inside the right post? He has. Beautiful finish.
Josh Shaki.
Better than that.
Yep.
They're going to get a shot.
Nuts, yeah. Who's on it?
So Peter Wright from 35 out directly in front. Kicks his second.
Long ball, that's an advantage kick to Wright. Now, while that is a fantastic mark and lead, believe me, the stringer kick was as good as it gets.
That's what's commonly known as a fat side kick, John.
Yes.
So Wright to cap that beautiful bit of play off, and he's nailed it right through the middle. The Bombers have kicked 5 goals to 2 in the quarter. Magnificent little pick up from Darwin. Centering ball here, Smith. Smith gathers, complete handball. McDonald tipping Woody, needs a good bounce, got it. Duray got hold of him, but he got there over the top. Wright could have given it off. Goes around, turns and kicks his 4th goal. 4 inside 50s, but behind in the contest. Redmond got it forward. The height of Wright was superior then against Shaki and Easton Wood. This to equal his career high in terms of goals, and he's nailed it. He's got 5 very big ones.
He's a long way from home. Waits for an option. That option is Peter Wright. He is within range, and he's been dynamite this afternoon. He's kicked 5 straight. If he can put them 3 goals in front with less than 10 minutes to play, they're suddenly in the box seat. Makes beautiful contact. Gives that a ride. Was never going to miss.
Parrish and Merritt.
Stringer.
That's exactly where it goes. Well called. Brilliant stuff. Parrish gets involved later. Poor bounce. Bombers working out of the superb middle of the ground. I think it was Durham to Wright. And Wright already knows he's got the journey because he's just had a tester from the other side. This to make it 7 goals. Wright, no problems with the journey. The goal umpire hasn't even moved. The goal umpire did not even move.
Terms as Stewart winds up from 70 metres. Attacks the top of the square. Wright comes out and takes the grab. We'll face them again next week. Peter Wright, 30 out directly in front. And the Dons have got the first 3. He goes short and finds Wright. And they just stream forward in numbers, don't they? So Stringer at the back of the stoppage, just waiting to see whether or not they won possession, and then they all just took off, and Peter Wright kicks his second.
Line, Stan. Clear out, Sam.
55 just pops it up to the top of the square. Here goes Wright again. And he's such a weapon.
And Peter Wright, this man's standing up, and he's really turning his career around. It's quite impressive.
For his 3rd goal. And the Bombers are away. So effectively to Francis. Hind off a step. Can he find an option? Wright goes back and plucks another. In a hotly contested game, and Peter Wright has his tail up. This for his 4th of the opening half.